When you load a catalog into the WISE image service or any of the IRSA tools with this look and feel, you get a plot. If you have a big catalog like this, it doesn't show individual points in the plot. It shows grayscale, where each point may represent many rows from the catalog. But let's change what's plotted. If we go to the gears, we can plot different rows of the catalog. If you don't remember what the rows of the catalog are, if you click on the magnifying glass, you can get a list of the rows in the catalog, and where possible, it will even show you the description of the columns. But I do know this catalog pretty well. For the x-axis, let's do W1 MPro minus W4 MPro. So that's WISE1 minus WISE4. Then for the y-axis, let's do W1 MPro. Since it's a color magnitude diagram, let's reverse the y-axis. For the x label, let's do W1 minus W4, and for the y label, let's do W1. Apply. Close. There's a color magnitude diagram. We still have a lot of points here, though. So let's see if we can reduce the number of points we have in the catalog. Let's limit this so it has WISE1 signal-to-noise ratio greater than 10, and WISE2 signal-to-noise ratio greater than 10. Now we have few enough points that individual points are shown in the plot. Let's go back to the gears and let's add some errors. Symmetric errors are fine. Let's add the errors in quadrature. So square root of power W1 sig M pro 2 plus power W4 sig M pro 2. And then for y, we just need W1 sig M pro. Apply, close. Now we have error bars on the points. Let's change the color of the points. Instead of blue, if we pick on the magnifying glass, we can pick orange. And then we can use orange points instead of blue. If you want to change the transparency, you change that parameter there so that if there are more points overlaid, then the points become darker. Let's pick purple and then apply. We can also map the color of the points to another value from the catalog. So let's map the color to W4 SNR. Apply. So now the color scale, which is in grayscale, corresponds to the value found in W4 SNR. Let's make something more obvious. Yellow, red. Apply. Close. So it's a little bit harder to see, but you can see that some of them have high signal to noise. Many of them do not. Let's go back to the gears. We can also map the size of the points to different values. Let's put W3 SNR for the size of the points. Apply. Close. Now the size of the points correspond to the WISE3 signal to noise, and the color of the points correspond to the WISE4 signal to noise. And there are still error bars in there as well. You can zoom in to this plot. I tend to do this a lot accidentally, so if you want to go back at any time, hit the 1x and it goes back. And of course, don't forget, in all of these, if you click on a point in the plot, it's highlighted in the table. If you click on a point in the table, it's highlighted in the plot. You can also filter from the plot. Click and drag in the plot. Then you can filter. And then the catalog is only those points that were selected in your filter. Cancel the filters to return to the plot that you had before we imposed all of those filters. Remember too that there's online help that covers what all of these options are and how to use them. If you go to the gears and click on the circle with a question mark, you get dropped into online help relevant to changing what is plotted.